So I thought everybody knew that SZA was like this unprovoked liar.
Saying that she went to an Ivy League school to study marine biology when the whole time she was just stripping.
First time I decided to study marine biology was probably my sophomore year in college.
So I've never owned a television and I want to know what's the best brand. I want one now. Sad because I want to go vegan, but I'm allergic to most fruits and vegetables.
I have a lot more freckles. I wasn't born with them. They developed. I've always been delusional, yeah.
SZA can't stop lying to her fans, whether it's her age or her education, her hair or her plastic surgery. She has been caught up in so many lies that it's becoming apparent that she has some mental health issues. So let's get into it. There's no denying that SZA is a talented artist, but she's got a problem because she cannot stop lying. Whether it's about her appearance, where she went to school, or so many details in her life, maybe she never anticipated becoming this popular because her lies are easily uncoverable and it makes her look bad. I've heard rumors that SZA has had a lying problem for a while now, but I wanted to talk about this because it's gone so far that it makes me question her mental health. We can all understand a couple of white lies here and there, but lying about your identity, that is a red flag. One of SZA's fans called her out for allegedly spreading a few untruths. Not only did the fan claim that SZA has regularly lied throughout her career, but the fan also created a Twitter thread where they detailed several inconsistencies. And let's talk a little bit about those inconsistencies, because honestly, these lies are just unbelievable. SZA has been accused of being a pathological liar by some people. This is because she has been caught in several lies, such as claiming to be biracial when she's actually black. Why does she want to lie about that? And then claiming to have been in a relationship with rapper Kendrick Lamar when they were only just friends. Whether or not SZA is a pathological liar is up for debate. However, there's no denying that she's lied about some things in her life. And there's a few different ways that these lies have been uncovered. Some through her music, some through her interview, and some are just public records that never show up. Like lying about receiving a degree from an Ivy League school that has no history of her, and lying about losing weight. She claims that she studied marine biology, and it does seem like that is adding up. While she has not studied marine biology specifically, she has expressed interest in the subject and has been influenced by it in her music. She has expressed in interviews how much marine biology means to her, but there's no paperwork to back it up.
First time I decided to study marine biology was probably my sophomore year in college. And I still would quit my job to do that. Like to work with Paul Nicklin, who's like my favorite wildlife photographer. He put online that he was looking for an assistant. And I really would love to be his assistant because I know that the ocean is changing in a rapid, permanent way. I would take 6 months off just to do entomology and to categorize species in Galapagos and Madagascar. Like, it's not even a question.
SZA says a lot of things, and there have definitely been some moments in pop culture history where other artists have called her out for it. For example, at the 2023 Grammys, Trevor Noah had a comment that Adele found funny. While introducing SZA, Trevor Noah announced, "This is a woman who almost became a marine biologist, and if she had, there'd be no theme song for Killing Your Ex. Please welcome SZA." Adele was perfectly captured in the background, appearing shocked by Trevor Noah's announcement.
Album SOS. It's been #1 on the charts 7 weeks and counting. And just think, this is a woman who almost became a marine biologist. And if she had, there would be no theme song for Killing Your Ex. Please welcome SZA.
Adele is one of my favorite artists. Seeing her in concert was amazing, and she cannot hide how she feels. Her face says it all. So SZA claims that she got a degree from an Ivy League school, but Wikipedia shows that she studied marine biology at Delaware State University until she dropped out, which is not an Ivy League school. It's a good school, I'm sure, but not Ivy League. One fan claims that back in her Tumblr days, she lied and said she was a marine biologist. The whole time, she was just a stripper studying marine biology in school.
Some of the websites that I was finding her lies on just reference her saying that she went to an Ivy League school to study marine biology when the whole time she was just stripping and ended up dropping out.
With Billboard magazine, The interviewer asked, "I read you were a marine biology major, which seems like a pretty unusual track to have taken." SZA states, "Yeah, science in general is actually super duper my thing. I'm one of those Nat Geo freaks." It's very clear that in those interviews, SZA is claiming to have gotten a degree in marine biology.
So why lie about receiving this degree? Does it make SZA feel better about herself? Does it make her story sound a little bit more interesting? Or maybe a little bit of both? But SZA, sweetie, some of these lies are too easily detectable, like you claiming that you are younger than you actually are, which a lot of people in show business, they lie about their age, but when they're exposed for it, then people are giving them a major side eye. So in her 2014 EP, SZA describes herself as being born in 1989. She also mentions being a Pisces moon on her Everyday Struggle interview. This result would be meaningless if 1989 was her actual birth year rather than 1990, since 1990 she's, I guess, would be considered a Leo. According to another Complex article, she was in 7th grade when 9/11 occurred. Several people were attempting to change her age from one year to the next. These also include Drake's fans, because Drake met her when she was young and it got a little complicated. Here's a tweet. Rumors came out that Drake messed with SZA when she was a minor. She had to come out and clear up some things so people wouldn't think that she was a minor, but all it did was reveal that she's been lying about her age. In one album, she claims that she was born in 1991. But then we've got other artwork and EPs that reference the year 1989, so which one is it? Because Drake was wrongfully accused of messing with a minor, she had to come out and clear up some things so that people wouldn't think that he had broken the law. And it's interesting how these little tidbits add up, and you could really see the truth behind this facade that she's built.
I obviously know that we talked to each other when I was a lot younger and when he was a lot younger, and like, and we're cool. We've always been cool. So it's never, anytime he's ever mentioned me, it's always been positive. He's never said anything negative about me, and I'm grateful for that. And I think highly of him, and I think it's really weird that as all these like years went past, I am an artist now, and I wasn't then. And you know, he's King Drake.
When you are in the public eye, people are going to analyze every little thing you do. Every little lie is going to come to the surface. Like at one point, I guess SZA claimed that she likes pies and she's not a cake person. She doesn't eat cake. This is so stupid. Somebody asked her on Twitter, "Do you like cake?" She said pie. My mommy bought me pie for my birthday every year, or a giant cookie. I hate B-Day cake. Drag me. Okay, let's drag her. Because of course these fans are ruthless, and they have found videos where she is out here enjoying cake. So every lie has been unfolded.
We about to find out. Eating the cake, anime.
Okay, no, it sounds like really.
And kudos to Chef Sonia.
I don't know how these people do it. They literally found a video of her enjoying cake, so she must not hate it that much. But some people question, is SZA ever gonna beat her lying allegations? Some people say no. Earlier this year, she broke her ankle and everybody thought she was lying until she showed up to the Grammys in a cast. Someone replied, "She's so the type of person to fully commit to the bit, buy a brace and fake a limp." It's kind of funny because when she did break her leg, nobody believed her, to the point where she had to post an x-ray scan of the broken bone because people would not shut up that she's just making it up for attention. And this is kind of a classic story of cry wolf. I mean, when someone lies so much, people are going to question everything they do, and even like real life events like this are up for debate.
How'd you get up and walk in those heels?
Necessity. No, that's just, I don't know, just the power of God. And I was trying to get there because I didn't want Doja to miss her word either, so I was just trying to hold the place.
What happened and how are you doing?
I fell out the bed. It sounds foolish, but I fell out the bed. But like when you're already asleep, your cognition is not where it should be. So I couldn't like catch myself the way that I should. I'm clumsy.
That's a little bit scary to just fall out of the bed and break your leg. I mean, is the bed like up to here? I don't really know how that would really happen, but that's the story that she chose to lead with. And there's certain things she does where I can just tell she's trying to be like quirky, like asking the public for TV recommendations because she's never owned one. But of course, fans ended up posting a picture of SZA sitting right in front of a TV, acting like she's never had one before. How are you gonna tweet, "So I've never owned a television and I wanna know what's the best brand, I want one now"? Yeah, then on your page, we can see photos of your home and there's literally a TV right there. So like what's the like expected outcome of asking people like which brand to get? Because you just want them to think you've never really had TV because you're just too like, you know, artistic and aesthetic to have done that before. Also, SZA is an undeniably beautiful person, so a lot of people have questions about her appearance. When it comes to her diet, she claims that she can't go vegan because she's allergic to most fruits and vegetables. Which that's like really intense to be allergic to most fruits and vegetables. I feel like things that people are typically allergic to like eggs and nuts and milk, but like fruits and vegetables, that's a lot. Of course, this happens on Twitter where she says, "I want to go vegan, but I'm allergic to most fruits and vegetables." Which, girl, keep telling yourself that just because you don't want to eat them. Because then there's articles where, I mean, 10 years ago, you talk about how you love fruit and vegetables because Kendrick Lamar at the time, he eats fruits and vegetables and it makes you feel beautiful. So she shares her salad loves. So, Again, like this was an article that came out in 2013. So then 2017, she's saying that she's allergic. So then what's the truth? This person wrote, "You could give her the benefit of the doubt and say that it was someone else's house and that she likes simple salads. But the chick lied about having freckles. So yeah, I don't trust anything she says." And I'm like, wait, hold on. Lied about having freckles?
So I thought everybody knew that SZA was like this unprovoked liar. But I guess not. Let's get into it real quick because we ain't got enough time. We only have 3 minutes. So I've never owned a television and I want to know what's the best brand. I want one now. Unprovoked. Sad because I want to go vegan, but I'm allergic to most fruits and vegetables. A whole article about SZA loving salads.
It's hard not to laugh, and it's not like we're making fun of SZA, she's doing it to herself. There's an old interview of SZA claiming to have developed freckles in high school and being teased about them, but did that really happen? People have put some side-by-side photos of SZA from when she was younger and now, and you can see there are some clear differences. Someone questioned, why does SZA lie about her freckles and her beauty marks? SZA has tried to address these lies, especially when it comes to the freckles, but she's been quoted saying, "You'd rather believe a TikTok thread. You'd rather believe whatever Twitter thread. You could just Google and figure it out for yourself. There are clear instances when I've talked about my freckles."
Big hair. I have a lot more freckles. For a while, like I covered them because I wasn't born with them. Like they developed through like high school, and then I was already being teased for other shit, and I didn't want another reason for them to tease me, so I would just like cover them up. Now it is what it is. Fuck it.
Whether the freckles are developed, if they are something she's born with, or maybe a tattoo or makeup, either way, she looks good with them. But these tweets go off. I mean, one person wrote, "I remember SZA stating that she was so broke, she lied and she said she was vegan because all she could afford was bags of lettuce and avocado. Yeah, avocados are expensive and I thought she was allergic to fruits and vegetables." Another person tweets, "SZA is lying about things that she doesn't even need to lie about," which is so true. One person writes, "One thing SZA's gonna do is lie." And then finally, another person writes, "I want people here who've known SZA growing up to explain, when did this lying start? I feel like when people who lie as bad as SZA usually had a bad childhood, making up things when they're not satisfied with their reality." Which is a great point. There's something in her past that has taught her that this is okay, or it's maybe a coping mechanism for something. Another person writes, "SZA is a perfect example of how Scorpios will lie for no effing reason." And then another person questions, why does SZA lie so much?
She lied to me to my face. I came into the bathroom. This was SZA in her early stages. I saw her in her hair with two of her friends. Whatever, like I went and I peed and I came out and I was like, "Girl, you know, I really fucks with you, this, that, and the third." I was like, "Where do you get your hair from?" And she was like, and I was like, and then she was like, gave me the look like this is like, she literally was like, "What do you mean where I get it from?" I just walked out.
So SZA's lying about her age, her diet, her hair, her freckles. And because she is so beautiful, people question what she's had done. Because, I mean, I feel like everyone has had some form of like plastic surgery, especially if they're in the industry. In one of her songs, she sang about having a BBL, but she denies having other surgeries to her face. She was quoted saying, "I hear crazy stuff about myself, that I've had a facelift, I've heard I've had a nose job, and that my teeth were fake. Now do I need to go out and get a nose job because you guys make me feel like I need to?" Someone quote retweeted and said, "SZA, why lie? Live in your truth. It's okay if you got some work done." And honestly, her talking about the BBL kind of welcomed all this speculation, but she has doubled down that her freckles, her face, her nose, everything is real. She was quoted saying that that stuff is low-key offensive. Not low-key, it's high-key offensive. She tweeted, "Y'all better do what you want. Life is too short. Only person who's gonna be in your skin is you. No regrets." And even though she's kind of admitted to having the BBL in her music, she's like almost not saying it straight up. She insists that singing about a BBL was just relatable content for SZA's fans, not a personal confession. SZA bashed the list of projected procedures, saying that it's crazy stuff. Who are you going to believe, SZA or your lying eyes? And that's where some confusion steps in, because you're singing about getting a BBL, you're writing about it in your music, and you're putting it out there. Yeah, then when people attribute you to having a BBL, then you're saying that it's crazy stuff and you don't know where it's coming from. But again, denying these procedures just leave other people on the internet to further speculate.
At the age of 24, SZA has a rounded, well-positioned hairline. She has good facial proportions with about equal horizontal thirds, full eyebrows, a youthful lateral canthal position to her eye, beautiful nose. At the age of 28, SZA may have had a rhinoplasty and or an alaroplasty, and this was done to project the bridge more, to narrow the tip of the nose, and also to narrow the base. May have had a chin implant around this time. At the age of 31, it looks to me like SZA may have had a lateral brow lift. At the age of 33, SZA actually admitted to getting some body plastic surgery.
So there are clearly some red flags here. I mean, I would worry if I was close to SZA about whether she's lying to me or not, because it seems like she's gotten too comfortable in this fake world that she has built. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think SZA is like a liar? Like, where do you think this behavior stems from? Because I don't think she's a bad person. I think it's like some really weird, poor coping skills. But leave your comments below and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.